It says, I'm alive. Turn the light on. Yep. How's that? Does that help any? It's kind of cloudy. I don't know if I like this camera. This is a MacBook Pro, and I thought I'd be a lot more visible, but we're late, really late. It is 5:40 here on the West Coast, which means it's 6:40 in Alberta and in Saskatchewan, 7:40 in the middle, and 8:30 and 40 in Ontario, 9:40 on the eastern coast, and 10 o'clock in Newfoundland. I think. I don't know. Don't mark me on that. I'm a little bit good at geography, pretty good at math. I'm a dang good cook. This is really random because usually I do my lives on Saturdays at 1 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And today's the evening before Super Bowl. And I was going to try doing one tomorrow around the normal time. But I didn't think it was a good idea because Super Bowl will be on and it'll be occupying 99% of North America will be tied to their tubes or serving food or having fun or drinking beer or doing something celebrating, that special event that we have. Good evening, Donna, and welcome to the live. My name is Brent, and this is Brent's VanLife Live. No, the thumbnail says it's cooking, but that's the next video coming out. Should be a gooder. I was chatting with my friend Willie back east in Ontario, and we were trying to figure out how we could do a Zoom broadcast or something, and we challenge each other. We did it many months ago, last summer, I believe, and we were making pizzas together. We did a pizza cook-off with our good buddy, retired firefighter Corey in Innisfil, Alberta. Guy, might what? God, it must be already tomorrow down there. No, I mean, not quite. It must be getting late though. You getting home from the bars there, Ozzy? Can I ask you guys? Does this camera look like crap? I don't know what the delay is, especially for what do they say for down under and what's in PEI. I'm wondering if it's the same thing. Yeah, isn't that crazy? I don't know if it's because I don't have light on me. Hang on, let's try this. I'm not one of those, what do they call those YouTube phenomenons. Okay, this is Brent from Live. It's Brent from Brent's Van Life. Hello, Wanda from PEI. Got any lobster? That's all I can think is getting one of those circle rings of lights. That might help with the pixelation of this thing, but I'm just broadcasting off of my laptop, and I do think it is lack of lighting, so it's having issues. Doris Day would love it. Oh, but what the heck? Didn't I just see you? And yes, about that camera. I wonder, can you change cameras on here? Share screen. I don't have access to it, it says. Sorry, because I probably could have. Don't you love that when your tongue falls out of your mouth and you trip over it? Yeah, no, I don't think it's the camera there, Renee. I do believe it is the lighting here. I don't have any direct lighting on me, really, and it's dark out, and I'm just flying by the seat of my pants. I don't really give a crap how good looking I am. I don't get all prettied up for just everybody. It's the seaside just jumped in, and he just eating lumper. What the heck is old lunch mixed in with supper? It doesn't sound very appetizing when you say that. I'd rather hear you say linner, right? Something like that might be a bit whatever. I'm not cooking today. I just threw up. It said, "Hey, why don't you throw up a thumbnail for this broadcast?" And I'm like, "Okay, I'm going to throw up tomorrow's video." So that's the thumbnail for tomorrow's video. So make sure you go look for it because Brent found some really unique stuff that, you know what? I don't think I've ever seen it packaged this way here on the west coast of BC. They might do it in Alberta, more of those western states, but yeah, we picked us up something cool to cook up, and I was like, I'm willing to try that crap out. So we did, and the video is finished editing. I just finished farting around with it. I was going to come on earlier today, but oh, look, there's Lynette. Hi, Lynette. Hi, Doreen. Carolina is in the house. Hi, from Northern Texas. I was going to come on this afternoon and do a little spiel on it and get you guys ready. But this guy that keeps bugging me, he's like, "Oh, Brent, can you help me do this? Brent, can you help me do that?" So I went over and saw Wayne. Wayne is on the heel. Those of you that don't know, Wayne has been in the hospital. He suffered a heart attack about 2 weeks ago. He had to go in. He had 7 stints already from a heart attack in 2020. They added 4 more stints to him, and they had to expand the existing ones. He got out of the hospital just over a week ago, maybe well for 2 days, run down, and then got the cold. So he just finally got healthy enough to say, Brent, please come and take me out. I haven't been out since. So we went out for lunch, and yeah, it was his treat. He bought me lunch today, which was really good. Sadly, we had to go to a pub, you know, some of the worst places I like to hang out. How's it going, Mike? Is it Mike? Where the heck are we? Yeah, Mike. Hi, Mike. Got any ice cream? Mr. Shadows in the house. Um, yeah, so today he's looking really good. He was really, really sick, and we don't know where he got the cold from. He probably got it from BU VanLife. She kept coming over and bugging him, saying, "I want your autograph. Do you have any stickers? Will you be my best friend?" You know, stuff like that. And I'm like, "Oh, good, somebody to take care of him." And she ended up giving him the cold. So he's healthy now. He wants to get up and run around things and get going and get things. He should be back in the saddle and driving for this weekend. For those of you that know, bloody hello, bloody right, Phil. Bloody phone is hard to work. I've been doing that with apps on the. I've been trying to do something neat. I want to do something really cool with my lives. Um, I really enjoy doing the lives, but I'd like to have a little bit more entertainment than me just sitting here in front of a camera talking to you guys and reading the chat. So we could, I was waiting for that, Renee. We could have a little bit more fun together, like when we do this and sit down for an hour or maybe two. If I can figure out, we used to use apps back in the early 2000s, and they were very simple to use. And now it could be because I'm older and I can't quite figure it out, but we're having some fun. Back to Wayne. Oh, yeah, LJ. My friend was just complaining. He's down in Drumbo, Ontario, down near Woodstock, and he goes, "Is there no snowplows on the road?" Nope, no snowplows are on the road in his city, in his region. Yeah, so Wayne's back to good health. He will be back in the saddle driving this weekend coming up. Not this weekend, but next weekend, which is just in time for anybody that might be on Vancouver Island to head out to a beautiful little place in Union Bay. And they have a community hall, and there's a little thing that the Vancouver Van Life people put on every 3 months. We gather together as a Van Life family, and we come out, we share stories and food and just reacquaint ourselves with the huge community that we have here on Vancouver Island. So if you're on Vancouver Island and you're wintering down here, you might want to look into doing that. It's on your Facebook page. Check it out, Vancouver Island, blah, 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 something like that. Go check it out. It could be a lot of fun for you guys to go meet like-minded people like you because we're all a bit crazy. Who's all in here, Mr. Betts? How was your lobster tonight, Mr. Betts? Susan Turner, how the heck is Ian? I heard I was reading yesterday or the day before. He broke his rib or something. Oh, you did say stop and see me. Yes, yes, yeah. I was talking to Susan the other day on here, and she was mentioning how you were in the hospital again. You know, we're getting older, Ian. You got to slow down. I went and threw up my muscle by coughing, and with my COPD and stuff, I coughed a little too hard. It was almost like having a hernia pop out of my belly, and so it's a stretched muscle I have to be been taking care of by rubbing ointment on it and taking painkillers to keep it on. Are you serious, Mike? I found you. I wasn't hiding. Mike, were you on Blog TV? Oh my God. That was like 100 years ago, dude. I missed that. I'm tripping with Mr. Bond. Do you remember that? I drove across Canada in a Volkswagen van, went and hung out with Havoc and Stoner and oh God, I can't remember all the crazy named people that we are. There's Kev D. I'm doing fine, Kev. How are you? Everything is great. Chicken wings. Oh, that's lovely. You know what I did? I was really looking forward. I went and saw Wayne today, and he said, "I'm buying lunch." I'm like, "Oh God, it's it's winter here on Vancouver Island." It finally showed up. We're gonna get it for probably close to 2 weeks of snow hanging around. A lot of melting happening today. It was like +3 or +6 today, depending where you were. A lot of melting going down. The roads are finally coming back to normal. We got that crap on the sides of the road. Made me feel like having soup. And I really wanted to go for pho or pho or whatever you guys want to call it. Vietnamese noodle soup with raw meat on top. Oh, and Wayne was like, I want a soup and sandwich. So we went to the pub. They had beer there, by the way. I had poutine and beer. It's like, oh, a typical meal you have at a bar, right? Yeah. Good. I'm glad to hear you're doing fine there, Kev. That's awesome. Perry, our buddy Perry, has been, is it dreaming? He's been salivating about van life ever since I've seen him come onto my channel. He's like, "Oh, I'm doing this or I'm doing that, and I'm gonna join you guys one day," and blah blah blah. Well, the last time I heard from him, supposedly this spring, he's gonna be on the road. I believe it's a Jeep. I can't remember what it is, but anyways, I have a bit of a memory, but that's awesome, Perry. You are gonna struggle, but you'll have fun struggling and you'll learn so much more and life gets so much simpler. I really want to go out and be out again, but I want to be out in my CRV. Hauling my school bus, I realized after the last 3 years, has been quite a job and quite consuming in the wallet. So the CRV is really, I'm falling in love with driving it, especially when we got nailed with this snow this year. It was amazing. We got the bed hooked up. I got a few things, but I don't want to go sleep in it if I can't fix it. You know what I mean? Like, oh, it needs this. I old. I'm 62 this year. It is 2 degrees out right now and damp, so it makes it really cold. And I just don't want to work in it anymore. So I'm gonna wait till the spring really hits and we start seeing the daffodils and tulips coming up, and then Brent will jump back into the van and finish off that CRV build, the bargain build. We got all my plywood is sitting at the shop. I still have wood. I still have a few things to set up on it, but I mean, the fridge is working amazing. The power system's working amazing. Blue Eddy, oh my god, the best. I have my second smallest unit I ever got out of them is one of the one that I saved. The big ones I just couldn't. I didn't want to hold on to them because they're so big and other people needed them more than me, so I didn't give them away. But basically, they got a really good deal. But I kept the small one because I like bringing it up, putting it on the picnic tables. Well, now it's in the CRV and it's hooked up to the Charger One system, which is amazing. Like I drive around for like across town and back, and it fully charges my Blue Eddy. So it's amazing. I love it. Mr. Fast, you owe me a beer. Come on over here, he says. I'll give you a beer. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm probably gonna go out to the VanLife meetup. So if you guys want to hang out with me, I'll be out at that place I told you about earlier. It is in Union Bay here on Vancouver Island. I'll go out there and probably have some stickers for people that are out there. Blah blah blah. Ollie's in the house. Leek potato soup. Really? Get drunk off soup. That sounds like a great idea. Uh, Hate is a very powerful word, Seaside. You know that that's the word that Hitler used when he referred to the Jews. We like to use the word dislike. Oh my God, I'm such an idiot sometimes. So my last two vids are Perry. What's going on with Perry? They're just the story I do. I built a 2003 Ford Expedition into a camper tiny home. Aha! Yeah. Watch out for water pumps. Oh, are you talking about on the motor? Yeah, I have to do mine on my CRV too. I replaced the timing belt, but whoever put the water pump in last time got the bolts mixed up, and so there was there's two long ones and two short ones, and they put the two short ones in the long holes and the two long ones into the short holes, so there was something sticking out, and now they're seized in there, and we can't get them out without breaking them. If we break them, then it basically got to pull the motor out to get the studs out. So they said, we're just going to leave for now. It's not leaking, but it has its mileage on it. So I got to keep an eye on it because we don't want to be caught in a solid road, with a oil pump. But I thought you were talking about the water pump. Like my water pump, I've lost it in my school bus once because it got so cold out on the outside that it actually froze because the water will sit in the bottom where the pump is, and they're usually made out of plastic. So ice and plastic don't mix; it'll actually crack it, and then you develop a leak. Canadian, you like? Okay, here's what we're doing with I was talking with Willie's truck life back there in Newfoundland. He does mine's a in my Honda, I don't know, a 20. I don't think it's a 20. No, that's Toyota. Toyota's 22. I don't know, it's a Honda. I'm learning about the Hondas. I'm a Chevy guy and a Ford guy and stuff like that. Volkswagen definitely guy. Anyways, me and Willie have joked around about doing some cook-offs. We've cooked before and we've cooked for each other and stuff like that. But yeah, we're joking about doing a cooking show, and I get so many raves that people love it when I do cook when I'm in my truck because I grew up in the service industry where I worked in restaurants and pubs and stuff like that. So I was always like front end stuff, but I had to learn what was going on in the back end and to know my food and stuff like this. And really was intrigued about learning how to cook those fancy meals. So I love cooking. So when I get on here, you'll like this meal that I do today. I think, like I said, I've never seen it before. So we are gonna do some cooking, I think, because I'm in that in between phase. Like my bus is sitting there and it's ready to go, but it's winter here, and I'm like good to get a call any day now to give me a date for my surgery to get my knee replaced, and then I got the healing time, and hopefully by my birthday or Mother's Day or May long weekend, we are going to be back on the road again and doing something. And it would be nice to have my CRV ready. I can get more things done. We can go to more places. It is an all-wheel drive little SUV that's going to have everything in it that's good for 2 or 3 days on its own. So, we can go see some cool spots. And if I really like it, I'm going to build it out a little bit more. It might show up with a tent on the roof, or it might have a boat on the roof, or it might have, you know what I mean? Like, I still want to live life, but I'm going to see what happens after the knee surgery, and we'll see if that helps me to get out and walk more. It'll see if that helps with my lung condition. Well, you know, I wish I could read the future. But for now, in a beautiful little house here that the guy is amazing. I am cooking 24/7, and I'm cleaning and being a good little housewife. Uh, and he's owns a company. He takes care of it, and he works all the time. He's actually out for dinner with one of his sisters. It's her birthday today, so we are hanging out here. And I'm decided, well, what the heck? I'm going to hang out with you instead of watching TV. Like, way better down here. Oh, really? Yeah, but again, Kev, a North American vehicle is, especially like, the pickup stuff, something like that, a lot easier to work on than these newer, like, I do security at a German import auto repair shop, and I'm in that shop probably for 2 or 3 months out of the year, and I know all the mechanics. And I walk in, I say hi to them almost every day during the winter time, hang out with the bosses, and the stuff I see. I used to be in automotive back in the 80s and 90s, early 80s to the early mid 90s. And then when my body started to give out in early 90s because of my arthritis, that's when I stopped being in automotive. So I probably got 10, 12 years in automotive. And back then, we still had distributors and points and condenser. So yeah, it was pretty good. And yeah, water pumps and alternators, all that stuff are so simple. That's why I love my Volkswagen so much, I think, all my Volkswagen vans. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Donna. When the date gets revealed, uh, they gave me one date and they pulled it off from me. And it was funny because had my CPAP machine on, and my got my levels set up. I'm running around 3 episodes an hour, and when I Google it, it says that's normal. Anything over 5, you got to start doing a little bit of suspect. So I'm averaging at 3. Well, I get dry mouth because I'm a mouth breather. I don't breathe through my nose. I breathe through my mouth. And I was talking with Wayne. He goes, "Yeah, they put a chin strap on me for the first while, and that stopped me from doing it. And then you could make it breathe through. So I did that last night because I had a chin strap. Put the chin strap on, had 8 episodes, an hour last night on average. Like, oh, do I keep wearing this chin strap to see if it gets better, or do I say screw it and suffer with a dry mouth until I get after this knee injury? Because to be honest, I sleep really good. I really do, and I'm like, that's why I didn't get the CPAP. That's why I didn't have one. Once I got my heart medication lined up and my heart and my lungs worked together, I slept like a baby. So I didn't think I had it, but they seem to think I do. Why does it take pirates so long to learn the alphabet? It's like Canada? A? No, that's not Canada. What's R? That's what it is. Something to do with R. I bet you. I know that's the answer. Denise, I think you need to adjust your light. I think so. I really think it's the lighting, Denise. Yeah. I have some really crappy lighting in here. It's just as an overhead thing with a bunch of lights pointing all over the place. That is a bit better though, isn't it? Okay, maybe you're partially right, and I can be partially right. Nobody really wants to be right, do they? We just want to be happy. Bonnie, Bonnie. I don't sleep on my back. I sleep on my side. Um, I have a really bad shoulder. It got fixed recently by eating certain types of pills, but it's still bad. So I roll back and forth the whole time. Poutine, fish and chips, and butter tarts. My sister told me that I should get a sleep test done for sleep apnea. Well, I'm on the fence. I know so many people that swear by it, and I know a lot of people that are like, how come? I've heard some really good theories about it. Processed food means you don't chew as much, so now all of a sudden when we go to sleep, that's why our gag thing falls down and starts blocking wind. So we're not chewing like fresh vegetables and raw meat and stuff like this. And the other one I heard was what was the other one? Oh, not enough copper. We used to have a lot of copper and stuff in our vegetables and stuff because it was in our soils. But since we've been reusing all our soils and having to fertilize and stuff, I suppose there was not enough copper, whatever that means. So I heard a couple of things like that. Yeah, crazy stuff. So yeah, no, I've had mine. I think my a lot of mine was I used to wake up and I used to like snore really loud. I'm pretty sure I probably still snore. I think everybody does a bit of snoring. Um, but mine is I used to wake up and gasp like and I knew that something was going on and I think that's was definitely going on. But one, they said that I have a heart condition, and two, that my COPD has gotten so bad. So the two main things inside of our body are our heart and lungs, and if they're not working, especially together, you can guarantee you got something going on. So I got my head pressure brought down, my cholesterol brought down, all this other stuff brought down, and now I'm like normal every time I go in and get tested. So I don't know, man. We'll see what happens. I'm living one day at a time. That's it. Like I'm at that. I've led a pretty good life. We're having some fun here on YouTube because I have no knees, I got no shoulder. But you know what? I can't go golfing. I can't go jogging. I can't go a boat. I was fishing with my buddy not last year, but the year before, and we went out halibut fishing. I was so saddened I couldn't even reel in the halibut. Like I started to, and I was like, I had to give it up and give it to him because I ran out of breath. So, do you take statin? No idea what that is. So, no. I take about, I think there's 6 pills. One, two, three, four, five, six. 6 pills, I believe. 6 different pills for my heart condition, whatever that means. I think the statin we should replace it with butter tarts. What do you think? Donna, honestly, do you know what's in an enamel bar? Oh, high cholesterol. I've had shortness of breath for a long time. Go in and get yourself checked out for your breathing. Get a respirologist or something. And they'll check you out. Yeah, Kev. Well, you probably got it if you're gasping. Anyways, Donna, what's in a bot? No, no, butter. Butter tarts are delicious, but they're both Canada. Hardly, I didn't know Canadian. I didn't know butter tarts were. But here's what's in Donna. Here's what is in an IMO bar: Hell's Angels and hookers, booze. See, Bonnie was on the right path. That's a joke here in Nanaimo. Oh, Lorena, I got that one, she says. Yeah, to some of Nanaimo. I've been to probably all of them in Nanaimo. But anyways, you're taking off, Perry. Good. See you later, buddy. Thanks for popping in. Thanks for supporting the channel. Don't forget that likes button up the top there, wherever it is. I don't know, but there's a like button. Make sure you guys try to hit that on the way out. We're gonna hang out here for a little while longer. I got nothing better to do as on a Friday night or Saturday night. Saturday night, isn't it? Yeah. Well, what are you guys all doing tonight? Oh, I know, you're hanging out with me. I wish I had a beer. I wish I had some water. Oh, I do. Hang on. There we go. Not even drinking on a Friday night. Isn't that crazy? I had one beer with Wayne. Ah, well, thank you very much. Rambling on. You're looking pretty purple yourself. Yes, that's coming up in a video tomorrow. Is it tomorrow's video? Yeah, we're gonna put a video out tomorrow. I might hang on to the other one for a bit. Um, Trying to find the best time to release videos. Sometimes we get hits and sometimes we get misses, and I'm trying to do some more research on what's going on here with YouTube since we've been changing. Wanda, my surgery is still hasn't been told yet. All the people that need to know now that Brent has all crossed all his T's and dotted all his I's. So we're hopefully going to have an opening soon. And as soon as there is an opening, I'm supposed to get it. I'm just hoping that the opening will give me a little bit of time to get ready to go in because I'll need to make book some rehab afterwards or something for it. So uh, there's a few things you got to take care of before and after. So I'm going to have to have a week or two, anyways. I'm looking good. Kev Wayne is fantastic. He got to the hospital 9 days ago, 10 days ago. It was good for a couple days. We got him all cleaned up in the last video with his shave and his haircut and a shower, and then he fell ill for 8 days. He's been stuck inside of his ambulance, doing nothing, sleeping, popping pills, and playing with his cat, and not eating well or nothing. Just because he couldn't. He had a flu bug or something. So today was the first day. Yesterday he said I felt better, and then today he was like, "Oh, get me out of here! I'm going crazy." Plus, he's kind of snowed in, and he can't drive either. So Wayne is doing good. Go to the bar. You're in the Nanaimo. I wish there was one closer to here. Like they're all like downtown, and I mean I'm 10 minutes from downtown, and it's ugly weather out there, and yeah, it's just not worth it. I got beer out in the fridge if I want to drink beer. So black bean chicken, never heard of it. So no, I don't know. I didn't even get your last joke. Sorry, Ollie. Do I eat a lot of rabbits? They're tasty. I've had rabbit. They are very good. They're very similar to chicken. Um, they are actually, here's a funny story. They were actually starting to hunt them here on the island because they run rampant, and somebody actually went and killed one. And somebody saw it, and they went and complained. And it turns out there's no law against it in city limits. I guess you can't go up to them with a gun or anything, but I imagine if you can catch them, kind of weird. But hey, some people are starving, man. It's pretty expensive to buy groceries nowadays, man. I'm telling you. Took Wayne out today. I think he got 2 bags. They weren't that full. I think he was like 60, $70. Kev C. Well, hello, Kev. Sorry to pull you away from the bear fridge. I know you were busy stacking your cans. One for me, one for Brent. Two for me, three for me. Okay, one for Brent. Oh, Kev's such a stud. He walks in the room, all the girls, "Hi, Kev, you stud muffin, you." The funny part is, none of them have ever met him except me. The dude is sleeping. He went on a big long hike down to Cable Bay Trail, which for a normal human being is probably a little over an hour down, all downhill. And you come down to the at the end of the trail is a God's Narrows. It's a stretch of ocean. It goes between Vancouver Island and one of the closest islands, like smaller islands, and it's really neat because people struggle together. You have to time it right to take a boat through there because the tide gets so bad. But a lot of people see sea life, like sea lions and killer whales and stuff down there. Anyways, he walked down there with my buddy Richard and his sister and a pack of like four dogs, five dogs. So he's been out going that every Saturday. They go for a big long hike. And he's gone for 2 or 3 hours. When he gets back, boom, he is on the couch. I will, Wanda. I'm always checking my stuff. I love you too, Kev. You're an awesome guy. I really enjoyed that time at Crooked Bush. That's where I met Kev. Kev, meet me at Crooked Bush. The snow. It's, dude, you should have seen how much it melted. Like it was here for probably 2 days. We got it, and it was really nice. And yesterday it was a mess, and today's pretty good, except for Bavarian. The street the Bavarians on, they don't. The city doesn't do dead end streets because they have too much problem turning their trucks around, I guess. But you drive by the main street past there, and it's finally been done. It got done today. It wasn't done yesterday, but it was done today. But you turn down to go to Bavarian, and it's still just an ice clumpy mess. No, it's disgusting. I don't mind so. Kev D, no, I don't. Never have. No, I've never really talked to him. The only time I talked to him, Chrome, was when he was looking for, um, what's his name, Jeff. When Jeff was in the hospital, and I was the only one that was able to go in and see Jeff, so I was the only one to get Jeff out of the hospital. So me and Chrome have never really hung out. That's okay. I like it that way. It's snowing around noon in central Nanaimo when I was driving through. It was because I was picking up Wayne from Bavarian around noon. That's when we went out for lunch. I had to laugh because I'm driving into town and it was like, what the heck? And by the time we got from Bavarian down to the Quarterway Pub, which is 8 blocks, and got seated, we were right by the window. We looked outside, it was a beautiful blue sky. It's not cold, Kev. It is right now it's 1 degree out on my patio. So the moisture levels are a lot higher here. So it does give it a bit of a deeper chill when you're out in it. It penetrates you a lot more. So well, look at Sue. Well, good morning, Sue. Did you just wake up from your nap? Your after dinner nap, Sue? Yeah. Yeah. Yep. I had my crumpets and tea and then I had to have a nap. I felt a little tired. I'm awake now. Oh, another celebrity. Look at this. Kev and Sue are like celebrities in here. Hello, New York. Is that New York City or New York State? I'm feeling good, Marzan. Actually, I'm feeling good. This year has been pretty fulfilling, I think, and I think the fulfillment comes because of the change I've seemed to be I don't know, God's little helper or something like this. All my friends are falling or hurting themselves, and Brent's to the rescue. I even had a neighbor just down the street here. She fell and broke a rib. She's in her 70s. She phones up the guy that owns this place. Says, "Hey, I've fallen. Can you take me to the hospital? I can't drive." What does he do? He phones me. So I ended up taking her to the hospital, and hung out for a couple hours, and then left. I said, "I'll be right back," because I was close to Bavaria, and I said, "Here's my phone number. Call me when you're done." Went up there. I visited with Wayne for an hour, and she phoned me, and she was done. So got her the legend. Maybe in his own mind. Good one, Ollie. I like it. You need to remember, Ollie, that we all, us YouTubers, are people just like yourself that happen to stick a camera in our face and start doing whatever we're doing in front of the camera. We're just sharing our lives with you guys and trying to be a little creative behind it and just, having some fun. So I wouldn't let you call me a legend. That's why I kind of laughed at you calling him one. So I've hung out with him too much to even think about him as a legend. Anyways, yeah, life is good. I got a roof over my head here. Um, kind of got so between helping people and trying to get my poop in a group for the surgery. I'm kind of looking forward to having the knee operation done, which will give me at least a month or two of downtime that I can't do anything. I'll be handing my keys over to Wayne, and then Wayne is retiring, so he doesn't have to go back to work. So then he will have my car, which will give him the freedom to go around and do what he wants to do. But he's also has to take care of me. There is no date yet, Sue, but the surgeon knows. So when the surgeon knows, then it's like waiting for that next available appointment or opening that comes up, and then they'll go, "We got it for you, Brent. Get ready." So they are coming very comfortable, buddy. Very comfortable. I do miss it, but I do get bored. That's one thing that I do find that van life does for us is we get knee surgery, no knee replacement there, Jamie. We get bored. And when I get bored, you know what Brent does? He cooks magnificent big meals. My buddy that we go out for, and I was like, I used to go out with him and see him once or twice, and we'd hook up at the pub for a bite to eat. He's like, now he's bitching and he's complaining about the soups that are at the bars and stuff like that. I said, well, you know why? And he goes, no. I said, because I've made so many stews and soups. I made pho tonight, so he's not here, but not arthroscope. No, they cut the knee right off and they stick in the titanium replacement. I don't show my face in the videos. Maybe sometimes. Why not? Right? Oh, Wayne is doing good, Sue. Sorry, I'm reading back through the things there. He just got over a sickness. He was sick for 8 days, so we were out today for at the pub for a beer and lunch. So he was really happy to be out and being able to talk to people and see things. And he was just happy to get in the car to go for a car ride. He was like a little puppy dog, looking out the window, like licked it, did it, and got his nose all over it. And yeah, you know, I'm gonna wait and see on that one. I'm not holding up any hopes there, Sue, because I have this weird feeling about this knee surgery just because it's taken so long. Spaghetti and pork chops. I am the pork chop like cooker, dude. And chicken legs with thighs attached. almost perfected those two things. My ribs, 85% of the time are freaking amazing, right? My pork ribs, but we'll see. We'll see. I did make tortellini with a meat sauce. Not tortellini. I did make that a couple of weeks ago, but I did a penne noodles with a tortellini a couple nights ago. What's going on, guys? The dog's headed to the door. Maybe they heard the owner showing up. Well, Wanda's got to take off. She's on Nova Scotia time, so she's probably what 10 o'clock at night there. Somewhere else past her bedtime. Thanks for popping in, Wanda. I very much appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button on the way out. If you already have. Yeah, there you go. Thanks, Kev. What? Oh, one at a time. Yes, of course. I did ask for having both of my knees done at the same time, Sue. Um, they said they used to do it, but some guy died on the table because of complications. So they stopped doing dual knee transplants. So I guess that's a good thing. But that's the thing that I just don't understand. Like, why is it taking me 3 years? Most people, it's just over around a year mark that it takes them to get it. And just as I get close to getting it, they take it away from me. And then I get close to getting it, and they take it away from me. And then, then it was like, okay, it's gonna happen this time, New Year's Eve, yeah. And then Christmas Eve, they took it away from me. And I'm like, and the silly little thing, well, it's a CPAP machine, or it's your heart condition, or it's this. And it's like, this is really strange, right? And I'm one of these spiritual guys that goes like, is somebody trying to tell me something? Like, am I supposed to do this, or I guess we'll find out, right? So, who knows? Canine Guard Life and Adventures. Wayne is doing fabulous, and he's healing well. And he says, "I'm feeling great. Still a bit tired. Not being able to bowl part time. He hasn't done anything, which is driving him crazy, right? He's such a tinkerer. Right? I even gave him a model to try building, right? Hasn't even done that. So." Is that what it is? It's all COVID's fault, Jamie saying. There you go. Thanks, Jamie. I'm pretty sure that's why it is. 10:35. I knew it. See, I was pretty close, eh? I hit it on the way in. Awesome. Yeah, I'm not too worried about it. I'm just, as I say, I was kind of hoping to get it done and done with, and it's going to be like almost 2 months of healing. It is February. We're coming into March. If I can get it done by the end of this month, March, April it's fine for me. I'm like a May long weekend guy. I like to be ready to go by May long weekend and start my adventures May through October, June, July, August, September, October, 5 months, 5 to 6 months on the road usually, right? Or you're out doing a lot of fun things. And I haven't even planned anything because it's going to be like by the seat of my pants. I would like to go to up to Prince Rupert again, just for shits and giggles. I have bone on both my knees. Yeah, and my rotator cuff's blown out too from work. Oh, where are you? I lived up there from 73 to 84 or 5 or something like that. I love that place up there. Well, if you got a question, put up your hand. Bye, Lorraine. Have a good night. COVID, she's getting way old. Jamie, I think you've just been told. Okay. What's your question, Canine? Okay, Marzan, thanks for popping in. Really appreciate it. Don't forget the like button on the way out. Those little things really help me. And it's been weird this little while here on YouTube. There's been, I think, the AI stuff is starting to take over. So, crock pot ribs, no, but my buddy does. And I'm going to try something soon with that. Okay. We'll lean that way there. Most of the time I do my ribs, I steam them in a inside tin foil or something like that. So, but yeah, we're gonna try something different here very very soon. I love ribs, man. Actually, I went out for dinner. It was Van Ru's birthday, and we went to a place called Montana's. I don't know if you guys have that in the states, but I think no, it's Canadian. I think yeah, it's Canadian. But it's a steak and rib joint. And we went up there, and that's what I had. And I was like, I just love, especially when I don't have to cook them because there's so much prep and it's so much time to cook. Is 69 kilometers from? Is it 69 kilometers from Port Ed to park and get up to Hole in the Wall? I would say approximately that. Why? What do you mean? I don't get to park to get up to Hole in the Wall. Isn't Hole in the Wall the train where you walk through the train? That's what we used to call it. But yeah, I would say yeah, so probably because it's about 100. It's quite a ways back to Terrace. Not a lot of people say from Port Ed. Like from Rupert. People don't even know there's a place called Port Ed, unless of course you've been to Rupert, right? Bonjour, comment ça va? California Soleil? I know, Kev, eh? Ribs are amazing. Oh, you do have Montana's. Well, yeah, so you're in Victoria. You're not in the States. I remember reading a Canadian emblem on the menu the other night when we were up there. Yeah, yeah, that's right. They're looking for the train tunnel. That is a spooky and you don't drive out. It's just on the side of the road. You pull right over there. It's weird, man. I actually have a video where I went and taped it going in there. I didn't go all the way in though. I was too scared there'd be something living in there, man. But yeah, that was a really, really bad corner at one time. Remember the first time I went around it with my dad, we were in an oil truck. He worked for Shell Canada, and my God, we had never been on that highway, and we were full. And he went around that corner and didn't realize it was there till the last minute. We literally felt like we were up on like well six wheels, but two wheels up on the side, up on our side. It was pretty scary. But yeah, I think it's an hour, just over an hour's drive, so it's 100 kilometers from Rupert to Terrace. Or, yeah, Rupert to Terrace. So yeah, I would say 69 kilometers is probably right about right. Pork chop cabbage, cream of mushroom celery soup. Oh, that sounds delish. That- That's that's like bachelor surprise stuff. I'm good at that stuff. When I first started doing the Volkswagen life out here, and I had my girlfriend with me, I would like prep dinner for 2 or 3 nights before, and I'd make like a cordon bleus and stuff like that, and then I'd freeze them, make like a fillet wrapped in bacon, and then I'd freeze them, and then I'd throw them into a cooler, and then whatever started thawing first is what we had for dinner that night, and we'd always have enough for like 2 or 3 nights, so we always had like really good food, twice baked potatoes, and you know when we went camping, we went camping. What? Hike up to a train? Hole in the wall? Yes, I remember driving under the tower. It's not there anymore. God, you're an old timer. Yeah, that's the one. So what I do with my ribs, Denise, is on my pork ribs, I will wrap them up. I'll do them a dry rub and let them sit for a few hours. And then what I do is I wrap them in tin foil and make sure you have a good heavy tin foil. Seal it up as good as you can. Then slow cook them in your oven or your barbecue. And what happens is the fat that we cook off when we boil them or pressure cook them, well, you actually get to steam them in its fat. So the moisture and the fat become the basting of it inside, right? So then when you pull it off, then you have that fat and then you lather it over it one more time and then throw it on the brown and it's ugh. But the trick is finding that perfect timing when to do that because you don't want to overcook it, but you want it just right so when the bone just slides off. Virginia, I really hope you brought a note from your mom. It is 5:54 minutes into this broadcast, and we are almost ready to shut her down because we shut her down about the hour mark. So, you got your note? You're gonna have to stay after class, Virginia. And yes, there is a Santa Claus. You can email me, K9, at Brent's underscore VanLife at hotmail.com. Send me an email. It's down below too. If you go down after the video, go check out the description. It should be written down there somewhere too. So send me an email anytime. I always like reading my emails. I love reading my comments. You can comment down here too, unless it's like private stuff you don't want to problem. Then look for the email and send me that kind of stuff. So you're making a habit of it, are you? Poor Virginia. Oh, that's what I had for dinner with Grandma Ruth, ribs with baked beans and a baked potato. See you later, Kev. Thanks for popping in. You're a great man. Don't ever forget that, okay? And let's hook up sometime soon, okay? It's been too many years. Peace. Yeah, I'm really going through some different things right now. It's weird that I'm not traveling, so I don't have that way of making those videos that I used to do. My knees being shot and not having my scooter available doesn't give me the chance to travel around. Not being confined to a bus. Well, I'm happy about that because I can get out and do more things. But trying to find video content for you guys is really get racking my brain. We got a couple people lined up that I'm going to go visit. We're going to do some van life chronicles again. I'm going to look into this cooking thing here, see if we can have some fun with it. Go check it out tomorrow. We're going to release it around 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock tomorrow. There'll be a video about Brent's cooking. You'll see cooking with Brent or cooking something. Yeah, we saw it.